No, actually, we got this warehouse that we actually bought and put all our gear in. We wanted complete autonomy so that, whatever happens with the record company, whatever happens with the music industry, we will be able to make music on our own dime. And so that's what we did. We just, it's very simple, but it does a trick. Get everything we need right there. It's kind of a musical playground. It's got some jungle gym bars and some swings in there. It's great.
Little seesaw.
Yeah, exactly. Teeter-totter. They're banned now. They're too dangerous. So maybe we don't have one of those after all.
Yeah. Would you have those little animals that if you rock back and forth, they have the spring that bounces you?
Yeah. We definitely got a few of those.
That's awesome. Well, unbelievable example of whatever you do it with all your heart. Your website and your whole digital universe is also very cool and inclusive. It seems like, your fans are more your friends and even your collaborators in how you involve them in everything online. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I always have trouble with the word fan because it's derived from fanatic. And though I would call myself a fan of many things, I have a hard time with the idea of anyone being fanatic about what we do. So I do feel like it's a little bit more of a family, and so maybe we can call them fams.
Fams, I like that.
But yeah, for us online, basically this comes back to the idea. A lot of my tapes and the records I had when I grew up, the vinyl and later on with CDs, they would say, send a self-addressed stamped envelope, and that was the way that you would get $1, or you'd send $1 with a self-addressed stamped envelope, and you would get a sticker. And this is all back in the archaic days before the interweb. But every band that I respected growing up, they all did this, and so we did it as a band, and I would actually write back to everyone and send them a sticker. And that was what I did. I'd go down to the P.O. box when we come home from tour, and there'd be 100 letters, and I'd personally respond. And so the mindset now becomes, how can we do that in greater numbers? How can we continually be that involved, using technology for good instead of for evil? I do believe technology is a double-edged sword. It can be both things. And so the goal, again, is how do we make community out of this? How do we make it a communal experience? So, I'm always excited when people are talking about things on the message boards, or we've got MySpace and Facebook and Twitter, and just kind of trying to keep that dialogue that was started with the P.O. box and the self-addressed stamped envelopes. What was that, 12 years ago, keep it going.
That's awesome. And so your website, if you could tell everybody so everybody could visit there and from there connect with you through Facebook and all the other social networks.
Yeah, switchfoot.com.
So it's complicated like the after show.
Yeah, and it's also, we're at Switchfoot on Twitter and Switchfoot on Facebook and MySpace, and I've got my own things too.
Jon Foreman.
People. Yeah. And I think it's Jonathan Foreman on Twitter.
Jonathan Foreman. That's great. Well, listen, Jonathan, we're going to have some questions from some of the listeners when we come back from a commercial. And it was great speaking with you, and I want to encourage everybody else again, not only to enjoy this new album, Hello Hurricane. The single's out right now, but the album will be out November 10th. But also, please tell everybody you know. Email everyone in your database and go to switchfoot.com. Follow these guys, be a part of the family on Twitter, and also definitely get I mean, it's up to you, but I'll just tell you, it's an unbelievable suite of albums. What Jon did as his solo album as well. And when we get back, Aaron McCrory, the director of Positive Media, is going to facilitate some questions and update you on some good news. And then, Jon, I don't know if you heard in the beginning, but I was talking to Kathy Lee Gifford today, who was on the show a few shows back, and she wants to meet you when you come to New York, and also wants to see if you guys would visit the Today Show.
Yeah.
So I don't know who on your team.
We'll visit the Tomorrow Show, or maybe a few weeks.
Yeah, so
we are going to be touring too, so we'll be on tour all of November. So check our website and see if we're coming through a town near you. But I know we're hitting New York, so maybe we can do it then.
Oh, great. Yeah, so the website's got the tour schedule and links to all the social networks. And now we've got a quick commercial, and when we come back, you'll hear from Aaron McCrory.
Do you know that kid?
He goes to high school here, Big Mike.
Based on a true story.
Do you have any place to stay tonight? Come on.
They opened their home.
Never had one before.
What, a room to yourself?
A bed.
On November 20th,
You have no idea what this boy's been through.
he'll open their eyes.
He introduces Michael as his big brother.
We want to know if you would like to be part of this family.
Thought I already was.
Sandra Bullock, The Blind Side, rated PG-13, starts November 20th.